Game week 21 Premier League predictions. I'm ready for this. I would ask Kat if he's ready for this, but as you can see, he's not here. Ducking the 7-0 prediction he gave earlier, guys, but I'll get him back for that. Brentford versus Man City. I think this is going to be a tough game personally. City have won their last two, if I'm not mistaken, but I feel like they still have some bozo moments in them, and I feel like Brentford away is going to be a good test, especially since these guys are quite proficient at scoring. I think City are going to show their true colors again. They have confidence, but I think they're going to draw this game 2-2. Chelsea, Bournemouth. This is going to be at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea drew their last game against Crystal Palace 1-1. Bournemouth won their last game against Everton 1-0. So honestly, for this one, I'm looking a bit nervous given that Chelsea have some shaky form at the moment. We are playing at Stamford Bridge, which might be a positive thing, but I don't know if Maresca can pull it together in time for this game, guys. Bournemouth are very tough outfits, and they've given some teams a headache, especially the large ones. So you know what? I'm going to cross my fingers and low-key hope for a draw here. I'm going to say 1-1. West Ham versus Fulham, guys. News just in, Lopetegui got sacked. So I'm counting on new manager bounce for them to get a result against Fulham. Fulham came from a 2-2 draw against Ipswich. So yeah, I don't know how they're going to perform. They're normally a good outfit. And West Ham, honestly, I think they can take this. They have some good players. I think they're looking at Potter as a replacement for Lopetegui, to be honest. Honestly, with that attacking fire that they have to their disposal, I think they can dispose of Fulham, in my opinion. So I'm going to say it's going to be a triumphant 3-1 to West Ham, I'm going to say. Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool, guys. This is going to be at Forest. I honestly think, coming from their previous games, obviously Forest coming back from a 3-0 win against Wolves. Very clear, very concise. These guys know what they're doing. Liverpool, unfortunately, dropping points against United 2-2. I don't think it changes that much in the grander scheme of things. I think Liverpool are going to get away with a win in this one. I think it might be a bit difficult, especially given that they did lose against Nottingham Forest before, their early loss in the Premier League. So I'm going to say they're going to escape with this one. I'm going to say give it a humble 2-1 to Liverpool. Everton versus Aston Villa. Everton coming off the back of a 1-0 loss, and Aston Villa coming off the win of a 2-1 win to Leicester City. So in my opinion, I think Everton are going to lose this game, even though they're playing at home. They're quite solid defensively, especially against bigger teams, but I just feel like they're going to lose this game quite narrowly. I'm going to say 2-1 to Aston Villa. Leicester City versus Crystal Palace, guys. This one's a bit of a toss-up for me. I don't have any strong predictions or feelings for this game. I know that Leicester obviously coming off the back of a 2-1 loss, and Crystal Palace drawing against Chelsea, unfortunately for us. I'm going to say that Crystal Palace are going to win this game 1-0. Newcastle versus Wolves. This is a very interesting game given that both teams are in decent form, despite Wolves losing 3-0 against Nottingham Forest previously. But this is the early game they've actually lost with their new manager so far. Newcastle on a 6-game winning run with Isak in some amazing form as well as Gordon, and they just beat Arsenal in the FA Cup, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's great for the Gunners, guys. This game, I'm going to say they're playing at St. James's Park. Hopefully fatigue won't hit them from, how well they've been playing, and also playing like pretty much their first team in the FA Cup. I think they can still win this game quite narrowly. I'm going to say 2-1 to Newcastle. North London derby with Arsenal versus Spurs, guys. This is going to be an interesting one because Spurs actually know how to score goals and put up some pressure depending on their injuries and whatever they come with this time with Ange Postecoglou. They lost their last game against Newcastle 2-1, which is very unfortunate. Surely they'd want to bounce back. And they're playing at the Emirates, guys. So Arsenal aren't in some great form, obviously drawing their last league game against Brighton 1-1 and losing the FA Cup game against Newcastle 2-0. Who knows what Arteta's going to come with? Obviously defensive tactics. We know he's going to play 3 bricklayers in midfield, but we'll see what happens, guys. I personally think, you know what's funny? I think this might be the time Arsenal lose a London derby for the first time in a while against Spurs. I'm going to say 2-1 to Spurs. Just have a feeling. Ipswich versus Brighton, guys. Ipswich actually have a good run of form, which I feel Chelsea gave to them, but we move. They came off the back of a 2-2 draw unexpectedly against Fulham. Brighton came back from a 1-1 draw against Arsenal. So this is going to be an interesting game, guys. I don't think Brighton has been the same since Welbeck got injured in terms of their attacking power, but maybe they can find some good form. They managed to make a plan against Arsenal, and João Pedro's actually been playing well in that position, so we'll see what happens. In my opinion, I honestly think Brighton are going to get away with this one. I'm going to say 2-1. Ipswich is a tough place to go to though, so it might be quite difficult, but I'm sticking with a 2-1 prediction to Brighton. Man United versus Southampton at Old Trafford, guys. United coming back off the back of a 2-2 draw against Liverpool very unexpectedly. Everyone expected them to get slapped, but they actually managed to pull through with some very good play in my opinion. Southampton, like, coming off the back of a 5-0 loss, dude. I don't know how to keep talking about these guys, bro. Like, I wish I could give them a positive prediction. I don't know if anyone's a Southampton fan that watches me, but yo, praying for you guys. Listen, I don't think United are going to lose this game, personally. Listen, I don't think the game against Liverpool is indicative of their form so far. They did play well, but they still have some bozo moments in them. But I still feel like they have enough to beat Southampton like everyone else does. So I'm going to say 3-0 to United. Ahmed's going to get on the score sheet. Bruno's probably going to scumbag a bit of GA. And I'm going to give 1 goal to... Why I miss, actually? Nah, it's going to be between Ahmed and Bruno, to be honest. No one else is going to get any goals. Maybe Højlund. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me hear your score predictions, guys. Be vocal in there. Subscribe, like, comment. As usual, Blue Bloods Football. Signing out.